Hi, I'm Kathy Mills from Short Film Edits, and I'm here with Carlos Dissar for an interview today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Kathy?
Good, thank you. Could we start this with you telling us a little bit about you?
Well, my name is Carlos. I recently turned 33, just last Monday. I'm a
Happy
Brazilian
birthday.
man. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm a Brazilian man. I've been living here in Sydney for over 2 years now, and it's been a hell of a journey. All life for you guys. It's been crazy. Since last year, I decided to flip it and turn my life around. And I decided to, because by the end of the 2023, I started studying acting and I fell in love. And I think there was something that I always had inside of me, but I didn't know how to explore it or how to, work that skills that it was inside me. And I decided to study acting, and yeah, and then I was like, okay, how do I apply for jobs? How do I do things? Because for me, it's everything new. I'm in a new country because once again, I'm from Brazil, different language, and I decided to just go for it. And but it was like, when you go to the gym and you need to work out, right? So my workout was the behind the scenes. So 2024, I did a lot. I'm not kidding, a lot of background extra. So because I wanted to see how everything worked, how the cameras, how the lights are positioned, how the director directs, how the cast behaves, and how they interact with each other. And not only that, how the director also interacts with them. And it was amazing. It was really good for me because in my mind I was like, I want to be ready for when it's my turn to be in front of the camera. I don't want to have fright stage. I just want to
Mhm.
go there and do my thing. And it worked. It really worked because when I got my first leading role, I was so cool. I was so chill. I knew exactly what was happening, and it was amazing. And also,
Yeah.
I decided to model, and one
Mm.
thing led to another. And yeah, like I said, I flipped my life around, and it's been a hell of a journey. I won't lie, it's been crazy.
Yeah. I guess being on set that much would have got you a lot more familiar with everything around you to make it easier jumping in. And being a
Uh,
model would be help getting comfortable in front of the camera.
Absolutely, yeah. I used the modeling. I mean, it's good money, but it's not
Mm.
my true passion. My true passion is acting.
Yeah.
But I used the modeling to, like you said, to understand my body position in front of the camera, like how to always look for the light and how my body behaves and yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what drew you to the vertical space?
Um, I won't lie.
Mm.
I was desperate for money.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through a rough patch, and I saw the opportunity there. I was like, okay, what do I have to lose, right? Yeah, that's what I do in every single job that I apply. My dad, he taught me that uh, the answer is always going to be no until you ask.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I apply for every job. It's like it's a no if I apply or not. It's a no.
Yeah.
So and then I applied for the verticals. Until then, I had no idea what it was, and so I applied for my first job, and it was amazing. I'm still friends with the cast from last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still friends with them. And sometimes I bump into them into some set,
Yeah.
I think was, yeah, this year I saw in a massive production. I saw a friend from the cast. She was standing for the what is the name of the movie? I Know What You Did Last Summer. She was
Mm-hmm.
standing for the main for one of the actresses in there.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
yeah, and sometimes I bump into, oh my God, I forgot her name. I'm terrible with names. I can see her face now, but I forgot
Yeah.
her name. But I bump into her in some um verticals here and there, so
Mm.
it's nice. Um, so yeah, I got my first opportunity in this, like, again, it's a CEO billionaire, you know the drill.
Yeah.
And I was so happy. I was really, really like I can't express how happy I was when the feedback from the producer were like, "Oh, you were perfect for this job.
Mm.
You have the posture, you behave like you are a billionaire. You behave like you have this presence of a CEO. You like you feel the room." I was like, "Really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Thank you very much." Uh, Little does she knew that I only had 89 cents in my bank account while I was
Hmm.
portraying a billionaire. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I turned my life around, but that was
Yeah.
the rough patch I was talking
Hey,
about.
everybody has those rough patches. Every single
Mm,
person in life goes through that rough patch. So
exactly.
yeah. And I've seen some of your modeling shoots and you're very confident and on camera and I can see that through your work. So
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
welcome. So can you walk us through some of your roles, considering the fact that I couldn't find many? So
Yeah.
could you walk us through those?
Yes, absolutely. So the reason why you can only find one in IMDb because it was one filmed here.
Mm,
Uh, I actually filmed two verticals here. I don't know why the second one they didn't give me credit on IMDb. Um, That's actually I'm gonna ask Ryan. Good
Yep.
point. But the second one that I filmed here, I really loved. I really
Mm,
loved to play the character Jackson. I'll still remember the name of the character, Jackson Pierce.
mm.
Can we cuss here or no?
Sure.
Oh, wait, can we? All right.
Why not?
That was a badass motherfucker. He was like a psychopath, and I
Mm,
loved. And I actually discovered that I prefer to play the villains more than I prefer to play the heroes.
yeah,
Because you have more freedom. You don't have the
exactly.
moral guide. So you
Hmm.
can play, you can do whatever. And especially
Yeah.
when when the director allows you to, because that I made friends with the director. We talked before the shooting, and I say, man, I read the script, I write the script. And my vision for this is it's a mixture of Joker with the American Psycho. And he was like, bro, I already love you because
Yeah.
that's exactly what I have in my mind. Like you, what's the name? Patrick Bateman, something like that. And I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, I can see you doing that. I was like, okay. And then I made an agreement with him. Hey, okay. The moment I set foot on set, I will not smile. I will not, I'll be in full character. So please address me as Jackson. And it
Hmm.
worked because
Yeah.
everyone on set was spooked. Like I will still remember this scene when the camera behind me rose,
Mm.
and the actress she was in front of me. She was like, I heard the director say
Mm.
cut, but I kept in character, and
Hmm.
she said like, can you please stop? You are scaring me. And then I heard Rosie behind me say, "Yeah, I can feel this vibes from here." And then I looked at the director looked at me, and we knew it was like, "Yeah, it's working," because I
Yeah.
we needed to give that psycho vibes. It was cool. And then
What
I
was the
did.
title of that one?
Sorry,
What was the title of that one?
that's a good question. It's something about Aries.
Okay, was
I
that who was the exclusive heiress?
I think that's the who's the elusive heiress?
Yes. Maybe that one's
Jack
coming out.
Jackson Pierce. I think you can watch that on TikTok. Yeah. I
Okay.
think I
I'll
bumped
have a
into
look.
some videos there. Um, but yeah, and then I did four projects in China, which
Hmm.
three of them I'm pretty sure you were never gonna find because that was my, I don't know if we can talk about this here, but that was the terrible experience that I had with China. I actually thought about never set my foot there ever again. I spent a month there, a month and a week working on three projects. I got ripped off on, first of all, I after I discovered like, oh, they only pay you this. I was like, oh, what do you
Hmm.
mean? No, they should have been paying us way more. I was like, okay. And that was first. And the second was, uh, they only paid me the 40% because on the contract it says that after the first project's finished, they would pay me the 40%, and the 60% of the remaining balance they would pay 3, 4, 5 days business or something like that. I don't remember how it was in the contract
Mm.
after the completion. But the thing is, they just put my ass on a plane and dispatched me to Sydney, and I never heard from them ever again.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they blocked me and they disappeared.
Mm.
I spoke with the producer. He said, "Man, I can't do anything. I paid the guy that hired you. Yada yada yada. You know the
Mm.
drill."
Yeah.
And yeah, then again, my finances dropped.
Mm.
And then again, I was going through a hard patch. It's like, what am I gonna do now? I actually got emails from my Strata, emails of eviction because of my rent was behind. I mean, can you imagine a month and a
Yeah.
week without any payments? But Sydney bills are weekly, so yeah, that was a really scary moment because my home here, it's my refuge.
Mm.
I'm by myself here. I have no family. The friends that I have from here, and so
Yeah.
this is my refuge. And imagine losing that. That was very,
Yeah.
very scary. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you had to go through that tough time. But I'm glad that you're out of it now. Well, I hope you
But
are. But yes.
I made friends there. Then it was so cool. Lyle,
Hmm.
Joanna, we became friends, and it's amazing. They're two British actors. I love them so much, and we became so close friends because I mean we were in the same boat. Lyle also got scammed in there. He didn't got paid. He didn't get paid there, and yeah, that kind of united us in a way,
Yeah.
and they're planning on coming to Sydney to film something. So fingers crossed
Oh,
they come.
exciting. That's good. I like that. Okay. Are there elements of Brazilian storytelling that you're keen to bring into your work here?
Sorry, come again?
Is there elements of Brazilian storytelling that you're keen to bring into your work here?
No,
No?
no. Um, the our cinema, it needs to improve very, very much.
Mm.
That's one thing. I don't know if we are allowed to criticize verticals,
Mm.
but I see potential on verticals, but I see they are stuck in this kind of these treadmills is like they just put a recipe in there and then like it's the same
Mm.
thing over and over again. But I truly believe there's so much more to explore on the verticals. Not
Yes.
only now they're filming the horizontals in verticals, which is
Mm.
kind of odd, but I'm talking about story. I'm talking about like you can do so much more. You can explore, and you unlock the drama. You can put the drama there. I'm not saying about the drama because apparently that's what sells, but
Mm.
story-wise, because like you
Yeah.
say, like people, every when I bump into actors and whatever, and they talk about these circles, and they always say the same thing. Yeah, people are actually making fun of us now because it's always Ares, it's always this billionaire, it's
Mm.
always this hero doing this thing, and it just changed the face. The story it's exactly the same. So and in
Mm.
Brazil, we are so far behind, and I'm not talking about Hollywood production. I'm talking about like the way the story is tells. We don't have like the capacity to innovate. There was one
Mm.
movie that was actually good. It was on Oscars. I think which what's the name of the movie? The Brazilian, We Still Here, something like that. It won an Oscar there. It was pretty cool to see that. But that's 1 in 1 billion kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we're not that good in storytelling. We do have some good directors and some good actors, but that's about it. We don't have like good stories and good, developments. And that's one thing that I believe if the verticals they don't start to look into the scripts and start looking into like how can we bring some more emotions in here, some thrilling
Mm.
kind of thing, putting people on the edges of the seat. We're not with just this uh, billionaire saving some heirs and with this family thing and
I mean, I know that a lot of people are pushing for change, and we are seeing some change in the
I
vertical
hope
stories.
so.
They
I hope
are
so
they are
because
getting better and better.
I see there's so much road to the verticals to to follow there, and I see potential. I see a lot of potential.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of the verticals, how compact it is, and how much you can achieve in
yeah,
such a short time. But the stories they
yeah,
like something new,
yeah.
something that stir the audience.
I always say this. I think that like a lot of the production companies are comfortable sitting where they are because they're
Mm,
making money. But it's the little companies or the little productions that are coming into it have more flexibility as to where they can take the verticals because
mm,
they don't have their own little, trope yet. If you know what I
mhm,
mean? Like they're not set
mhm,
in their ways.
mm,
But we're hoping to see more growth and I can see it changing. I just, it'll be time. Time is, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Where would you like this new career to take you?
Oh, that's a good question. I read a book last year from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he talks about you need to have um, this frame, this painting of that's what your dream is in there. It's inside that
Mm,
frame, and it's like you need to zoom in while you're hustling towards that dream. And whoa, I'm gonna share something very, very personal here. It's in my frame, it's me giving an interview in one of those, late night shows like Jimmy Fallon, something like that, about my new Netflix movie or whatever.
mhm,
So, but I believe to get there, you need to start somewhere. Another thing that I learned with my dad is nothing starts big. The only thing that
mm,
starts big, it's monster, and monsters, they don't exist.
mhm,
So you need to start small. You need to start somewhere. And I believe the verticals are it's the start of my journey. It's where it's gonna take me. I also did a short movie recently. We're planning on shooting another short movie by the end of November. We're
mhm.
still working on the schedule. So it's working towards it. It's excuse me. It's not, you know, don't stop. You need to keep
Mm,
moving. You need to Rocky Balboa. You need to keep moving forward.
yeah, definitely. All right. How do you stay true to your roots while connecting with a global audience?
Um, that's good. I like to keep myself humble and grounded. Even though I got these feedbacks, I rather get the criticism
Mm,
because for example, the other day I was reading the comments on the TikTok. I know it's not our fault. It's the
mm,
directors. They ask us to do that kind of acting, which I'm sorry, I'm gonna swear again,
mm,
which pisses me off very, very
yeah.
much, because I don't like that. I like to be in the moment. I like to feel it. But anyway, but I was reading some of the comments like, why are so bad actors? Why do is like this bad acting? And and then I start to watch some of episodes where I'm acting, and I was started like, okay, I started to analyzing myself, not the other actors. I would start to analyze myself like, how can I improve to my next role? How can I
Mm,
be better for my next role? How can I, I need to stop doing this, or maybe I can do this better. Maybe it's always like exploring your failures so you can be better. So that helps. That helps to keep you grounded. So, and also, I'll never forget this quote from The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, when he says, like, you need to be the hardest work in the room.
yeah.
So when I get hired to something, I'm gonna kick ass. I'm gonna be,
Mhm.
and always with a smile on my face. Always with a
Yeah.
smile on my face. So that helps keep you grounded and humble. So it
Yeah.
helps.
I mean, I strongly believe, and I've watched a lot of verticals, and I strongly believe that the people who are criticizing you guys don't understand the
Yeah.
time frame that you work in, the
Yes, that
constraints, the strictness that you have to follow. And I also know that if they were thrown into that position, they wouldn't be saying that.
yeah,
So,
absolutely, absolutely. But also, when I'm on set, I kind of I don't know. I heard this thing and I try to impose myself as well because I heard that well like I will never forget LaBeouf, so the French last name. He was talking about Tom Hardy and he said that the interviewer asked him like, oh, who do you admire? Who do you fear the most? He said Tom Hardy. Like it was immediately Tom Hardy. I was like, oh, okay, why? Because Tom Hardy is a gorilla. When he gets on set, it's his church. You do whatever he wants. That's his church. He peace on
mm,
the corner. And with me, when I'm on set, I'm not that on that level, Tom Hardy level, because I mean it's Tom freaking Hardy.
mm,
But when the director comes like, can you move your arm like this? Can you do like, hey, no, stop it. You hire an actor. If you want that, you should hire a mannequin.
yeah,
But you hire an actor. Let me act. I'm not going to tell you how to direct. Don't tell me how to act. Let me be in the
mm,
moment because that's how I studied. So let me be in the moment. Let me feel the scene. Let me feel what the other actor is going to give it to me, and I will react over it. And then we have a moment, and then we have a scene, and then boom. And it works because usually the feedback that by the end of the film, it's always like, you make it look so natural. It's so good to see you
mm,
working. It's like, there we go. It's working.
yeah,
It's working. It's paying off.
yeah. I also heard that like a good director will lead you towards what you're meant to do rather than telling you what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Um, how do you make similar roles feel unique?
I believe that it's very important to understand the script, where the character is coming from and where is it going to.
Mm,
And then you try to put some kind of DNA into it. No, DNA, no, sorry, put a soul. You need to put a
mm,
soul in that character. So when the audience sees it, they can feel whatever the character is feeling. Like, is he in despair? Is he in love? Is he afraid of something? What is going on here? Why is this
mm,
character? What is his motivation? So for me is that, and you need to understand what motivations of the character, so you can, then you have this soul. It's not like a puppet. It's not something empty. No, that's why I believe that AI is, yeah, it's pretty cool AI to do videos and stuff, but you can see it's empty. You can see it's hollow. So there is nothing inside of it that an actor can bring into it. It's the same thing as a painting. Yeah, you can do something magnificent with AI. Yes, but a painting, when you watch a painting that the the painter he was expressing his feelings there, you can see and almost touch those feelings. So it's the same thing with acting. So for me is that I try to understand the motivations and try to put a soul inside the character.
yeah, no, that's good. I'm with you on the AI. Yeah. All right. How do you navigate playing a character when you don't agree with their motives?
Well, that's the actor's life.
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
the actor's life. You don't need to agree. You just need to be it.
Yep. No, that's
That's
fair.
and that's the beauty, and that's the beauty. And then for me, I have this kind of a attention span, and I get bored with if that's why I never got, you know, I was never good with jobs that I had to do repetition or something like that because that would bore me to death, and I usually quit or got fired because I hate it. I hate it very, very much. And with acting, you don't have that. With acting, you are a doctor today, tomorrow you are CEO, and after that you are a beggar, and after
Mhm.
that you are a pirate. And so it's amazing. I love that. And you can always be exploring. So yeah.
Yep. Okay. Could you walk us through what a day on set looks like for you?
Yeah, first you go to makeup where they make it look beautiful.
Mhm.
Sometimes they fail. Uh, no,
Uh,
I'm kidding. They do a great job. There was only one production that I worked on this because they made me so white. And I was like, "Oh, is that considered some kind of racism? Because I'm being too white, even for white
mhm.
people." But yeah, it was very very funny. We it was on China with Lyle, and I looked at him, and he looked at me and was like, "Bro, we are so white." So yes, and the hair, we actually nicknamed our hairstyle on that production as a gorilla head because
Oh
our head would like
gosh.
so massive and like with this something on the back that looked like a gorilla head, and we would make fun of each other.
Oh
And
gosh.
we were asking ourselves all the times, like, why are they trying to make us look like Asians if they hire foreigners? It doesn't make any sense. We are so white and with this hair, they're like, Asian kind of hair,
Yeah.
sprays all over it. Like at the end of the day, I couldn't wash my hair of so much spray.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, yeah, it was, but yeah. So you go to makeup and usually you have your script because again you have this short amount of time to you need
Hmm.
to decide, do you memorize the lines for next day or you sleep?
Yeah.
Usually I go with the sleep.
Yeah.
uh, and then you usually with script trying to memorize the scenes, and you have like the spreadsheet for the scenes that you're going to film that day, which is usually around 20-30 scenes. It's like it's wow. Oof,
Yeah.
it's rushed. And then you go to wardrobe when they gonna dress you for the scene. And then kudos to the team because they always try to be so nice. I always loved, even though the producers and everybody else, they make you hustle, they will skin you alive in there. The
Hmm.
teams like the makeup team, the wardrobe team, whatever, they are so nice. They are so
Hmm.
kind. They buttoning your watch, buttoning your shirt, trying to be very, very helpful. It's amazing to see them work. And after wardrobe, you just go for your shoot and wish for the best.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
try to memorize your lines. Otherwise you'll be
Yes.
like, line.
Have you had very good collaboration? Like I know that you mentioned before about the director having good collaboration with you. Do you have that experience on set a lot, like the good collaboration with the directors?
On the first one in China, the director, he was being micromanaging, and then I
Mm.
stomped my foot and we had a conversation, and it was from water to wine. It was
Mm.
amazing. After we had the conversation, we were working together, and we when I was in the scene, I could hear his instruction. I would go there, I would ask for feedback. He would come to me and asking me if I wanted to change something. It was so nice. It was so great to work. And then the second production, God, that was chaotic. The director didn't speak a word in English, and her AD was having a hard time translating the Chinese to English. So there was a point she was harassing us, like calling out, "Are you guys stupid? Are you guys not don't understand what I'm saying?" And I was like, "We did
Oh wow.
exactly what you did, what you asked us to do.
Mm.
So it doesn't make any sense. You are now changing what you said before,
Mm.
so it fits your agenda. But we did exactly what you asked us to do before." But yeah, it was a complete shit show. And then the third production, it was a bit lighter. I'm talking about the China. And then my fourth time in China, I'm sorry, my second time in China for my fourth project in there. That was a bit better. The director, she had more experience,
Yeah.
but it's still a bit lost. But in directing wise, it was good. It was good. She barely yells. Like it was so nice. It was a very chill set. No screaming, no hustling, no rushing. It was good. It was good. You could feel like it's also good. Oh, I forgot to mention on the first time that I went to China that week, I got scammed and everything. There was even fist fight on set. We were
Oh wow.
filming here, and behind us, the producers and like they were fist fighting each other. That's
Wow.
how crazy it was. But for this last one, It was so calm. It was so chill, and we could talk about it. And she was a bit micromanaging, but then again, I set my boundaries
Mm,
in there, and it worked smoothly. And there's nothing better for an actor when you go on set and it's quiet, and then you can
mm,
be you're in your zone, you're in
mm,
there, you're in the moment, and then you can pick up whatever detail, you can pick up anything that comes in your way and do a moment and do a scene. So that's good.
yeah. Well, I mean, I can't imagine that anybody would feel comfortable going through set with yelling and fist fighting.
Yeah.
So,
And they ask us, yeah,
yeah.
keep filming, let's keep filming. Like, what are you talking about? There's like they're about to call the police, and we were in the
Yeah.
hotel. It was crazy. It was wow, insane.
Mm.
I've never seen anything like that.
Hey, you can't say you didn't get an experience. Yeah.
Touche.
It always leads to an experience.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a character you've played that you still think about today? And if so, what made that role stick with you?
Uh, I believe it was Brian Shepard, my first character, as the CEO. That was a not the character per se. There wasn't so much depth in there, but it was for what was happening in my life. So I was balancing all that, and so that has it stuck with me because of the moment of my life. But to me, the best character that I played, it was the what's his name, Jackson Pierce, and
Mhm.
also the one on my short movie that we filmed because they were kind of similar. But the short movie, again, in the verticals, you don't have much time to explore it, and yada yada yada. But for the short movie that I did, we had more time, and I had freedom to add and pick it up, pull out anything into with the character. So I could add some mannerisms, I could add some things that some layers. I wanted layers on that character, and the director allowed me to put those layers, and it worked perfectly. But in a vertical world, it was my favorite one to portray was Jackson Pierce for his like insane. He's like in a moment
Mm,
he's so loving and he's so caring and he's so tender, and another moment he's about to kill someone.
mm,
And but my first one definitely has had a huge impact in my life, the CEO, because the moment I was going through in my life.
yeah. Okay. All right. What is your funniest moment on set?
Oh. There's heaps because I'm usually the Joker on set, aside
Mhm.
the one that I was playing the Psycho. But I'm usually the my best moment was the one that I got scammed because I that's how I became friends with Lyle, and we
Mhm.
had so much funny moments. And I heard this moment that the director actually yelled from the in Chinese, and then they translate, "Oh, she's saying that for you guys to quit it laughing." It's like we can't. We would
Yeah.
just look at each other and start laughing. But I
Mhm.
remember there was one moment on my first vertical. I was tied up with the chair, and I was in desperate need for coffee. And but I
Mhm.
was still tied up at the chair. And then the AD, what's his name? Oh my God, Adam, Chinese guy, super sweet. He was so cool. Um, and actually, I think no, oh, he was the AD, I think, or the director. I don't remember properly now. But he was so sweet. And then he was giving me the coffee, and I was like tidying up here, and then he was giving me the coffee. And I was struggling to drink the coffee with him pouring in my mouth. It was pretty
Yeah.
funny. But the most funny moments that I had was with Lyle in
Mm.
China. That definitely it's gonna be the peak of my acting career on the verticals because we had a laugh. I was my
Yeah.
belly, my face. It was so good. It was so good. That was
It's
the
really,
highlight. I didn't get paid, but at least I laughed a lot.
you got a friend out of it. And if in turn
Exactly.
that's even better in some ways, that one
Absolutely.
sticks
Yeah.
around a lot longer than money. So
Yeah.
it
That's
not
true.
excuses, that wasn't bad, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. If you could star in a vertical that you would class as your perfect storyline, what would it be?
I would love to do a Western kind of thing in a vertical. I
Mhm.
actually have a script, but this is for a full-length movie. It's like 80% done, but I would love to see that. And that's what I'm saying. Like verticals, they should explore more genres, more things,
Mm.
getting out of the areas. And oh my God,
Mm.
they should go. There's so much more like aliens,
Mhm.
Western, what psychos, and those horror kind of thing. Like
Comedy,
uh,
comedy,
comedy.
sci-fi.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to play comedy. Oh my God, like a Jim Carrey kind of thing,
Hmm.
going insane with faces and stuff.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that. If you see something, sign me up. Just send it to me. I'll definitely apply for it. I really want to do a comedy, but one that I really want to see, and if I could, yeah, that would definitely be Western, like, the
Hmm.
hat, pistol, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. That would be so cool. On a vertical, come on,
Hmm.
that would be so cool.
Yeah, you're not the first person who said Western, so people do want it. Horror and comedy are the most talked about. But I personally, my favorite genre would be action. So I want to see some more of that. Bring on the
Yeah,
stunts. Love the stunts.
absolutely. Absolutely. That would be so cool, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you could revisit any character you've played and perform it again with everything you know now, would you? And who would it be?
Okay. Yeah, I believe that I would love to play part two of the Jackson Pierce
Hmm.
because he was interesting, but I would love to see him getting out of the jail kind of thing,
Hmm.
and he trying to sneak his way up to the corporate again and try to do some sleazy kind of thing. Yeah, that would be cool. And again, now that I'm more experienced, I have more camera experience, I have more set experience and everything, more
Mm.
experience. I would definitely put up more layers on that character. The audience would be able to feel something more. And obviously, I would request more freedom, like
Yeah.
because also that's one thing. I think they also should look into the editing on the
Hmm.
verticals because I remember the director when he messaged me like, bro, they just released the movie. I was like, oh, okay, did you watch? Yeah, I tried, but they butcher it. I was like, what do you mean? Like, bro, they didn't use the good stuff we did. And half of it's probably deleted. It
Not the
was like
first time I've heard that
really,
either. Yeah.
really, yeah, the edit like butchered the whole thing. For example, there was this scene as that oh my God, we spent hours shooting that scene where it's the final moments and I was being handcuffed. And then he asked me like, "Oh, let's play with this moment. I want you to deliver me. You burst into tears. Done. Cut. Now I want you to deliver laughing. Like have your moment.
Mm.
You're a joker right now. You have your moment." And then I'll be joking about it. Yeah, I'm going to jail. It's a white collar jail. You bunch of motherfuckers.
Hmm.
Laughing my ass off out of them. Okay, now let's do one where you like being threatening. So we explored different layers,
Mm.
different versions of that single moment. And they use like 2 seconds of one that you can barely
Hmm.
see me and just like, oh, please. It was like, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All that trouble, all that job to give you good content. And
Yes.
wow, that was
I believe editing is a very vital part because even editing can turn a not so good acting experience into a good movie still if it's edited properly.
yeah,
But it can also do the
absolutely.
reverse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen that. I've dabbled in editing too, so I know a little bit about it, but continuity is also huge when it comes to editing, in
Yes.
my opinion. So yeah,
Yes.
I get it. Okay. Is there certain roles you feel less confident doing?
Nah,
No?
nah.
Mm.
I always go full on.
Yeah,
Nothing scares me.
good. We need that. Everybody needs that. Just go for it. Okay. Which project has challenged you the most and how did you grow from that experience?
Well, again, it will sound repetitive, but those two. So the first one because of what I was going through in my life, um, being so broke with I would never forget. I was on set and I opened my bank account and I saw 89 cents on my bank account while I was putting on this three-piece suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need to look powerful. I need to look confident. I need to look billionaire. I need to look CEO while I have 89 cents
Mm-hmm.
in my bank account. And so, yeah, but, and also the psycho guy again, he was something else. It was nice to see the development of it. Obviously, we couldn't see that on the screen because they added like portrait. You can see the layers that I put in there. But while playing it, while portraying that character, I could feel those layers. I could feel myself doing it, and that felt great. That felt like, oh, I did my part. Even though they ruined it, I got out of there with the feeling like I did a good job. I delivered it. And the director
And
was
you can,
also happy. He was
yeah,
also
and you
happy.
can
And
hold
that's
on to
what's matter
that.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hold on to that. So even though you and only the people around you saw it, that's still an experience for you.
Hmm.
So, all right. If you could be one of your characters for a day just for fun, who would it be?
That's a good one because in one hand, obviously, I want to be a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but on the other hand, Jackson Pierce is like this crazy motherfucker. And yeah, but I would stick with the billionaire because I mean that would be so cool to be a billionaire, even for a day, to do whatever
Yeah.
you want and explore whatever you like. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I
And
go on a
also,
shopping spree.
yeah, and also transfer some money to my real bank account.
Yeah. Unfortunately, traveling you can't do much in a day, but you could still explore some
Exactly.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, drop this $10 million here close to my house so I pick it up later.
Yeah, good idea. Okay. What do you think makes a performance unforgettable?
At the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's one thing, unfortunately, for the verticals, because it's so fast paced, it's so rushed. You rarely have those moments. It's
Mhm.
really rare. But I try my best, especially when I'm on set. I tried. I try my very best to like let me act, let me be there, and yeah. But it's something that would make unforgettable. It's the moments, definitely the
Yeah.
moments that you can like real connections because it's all about human interaction. By the end of the day, even though you're playing a character, you need to be that character. You need to be that person. Otherwise, you're just wearing a mask, and then
Yeah.
it's not people won't connect with you, and so
Yeah.
you need to first connect with your fellow actor. Character need to connect with the character,
Yeah.
so then the audience can connect with each other. They can feel like, oh, they actually love, or they actually hate each other, oh, they actually want to kill each other. So
Mhm.
they need to feel that, but to have those feelings, it needs to have those moments.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything you want anybody to know about you or your work?
Well, I think I don't like to
Mm.
brag or to sell myself, but if I could say something, it's like it's that I learned that with Dwayne Johnson. It changed my life. It's like always try to be the hardest work in the room. Always try to
Mm.
be the hardest worker in the room. And another thing that I learned is like go there with a smile on your face because it's
Yeah.
smile. It can open doors that words could never open. So yeah, I'm a hustler. I will kick ass. Trust me.
Mhm.
If you give me a role, I will give my best. But don't hire me for my looks. It's another thing that kind of pisses me off on those verticals because they hire, um, biased by looks and not by skills. So yeah, hire me if you wanna, if you have this hard character, if you have this, character that you think it's, hard to, give it to me. Give it to me and I'll make it happen. I'll bring that character to life. Trust me.
You don't want to be typecast, is what you're saying.
Ye-
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to look good, and that's one thing that I was once on the production that I actually looked at the actor and say, hey, can you stop ask? You're not the director, so stop asking cut. So because you didn't look good, you're not here
Mm,
to look good. You're here to act.
yeah.
So stop it. You're not the director. Because she was in the middle of the scene. I was getting to the moment. And she was like, can we do that again? So my hair was like this. And it was like, and I was,
Um,
I was like, hey, stop it.
mm,
You're not the director. Stop asking cut. Okay. Be in the moment. You're not here to look good. You're here to act.
yeah.
See, that's the echo confirming.
Yeah. I have one more question for you.
All
What
right.
does a good day on set look like for you?
Um, oh, good day on site is the one that everything goes smoothly. That
Mhm.
would that would be a dream. Yeah. But usually you are 3, 4 hours behind schedule.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
yeah, a good day on set would be like everyone is on time with the makeup. There's no delays on the set. The director knows what is she's doing, and scene related. Because one of the productions, the director will like, okay, what else do we need? Like, what? What are you talking about? You should know that. And then pick, like, the scene was already shot in like 5, 6 different angles and with everyone getting their covers and you want more, what else do you want? Like, you stop making shit up. We are already behind schedule. You already have your moments, you already have your scene. Let's move forward. So yeah, a perfect day on set would be like everyone knows what it's doing, what it is she's doing, and it's running smoothly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. All right. Thank you for taking the time to have this interview with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kathy, for having me. And well, it was a pleasure talking to you. And I wish you a good night.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.